We are lucky enough to be here with the fabulous Zandra Rhodes, who is going to have a quick chat with us. She's here at Pure London to show off her new jewellery range, which we're going to get to in a minute. But first of all, I've got a couple of questions I'd like to ask Zandra about the fashion side of things. Okay, so you've had a career that spans, over 40 years, so much changes in fashions and trends, but also in media and in technology and things like that. How important now is something like the internet and digital media for sort of young, savvy, fashion-conscious girls?
Oh, I think the internet is almost everything. I mean, I think that most people that are really savvy now are into blogs, Facebook, Twitter, everything that I can't do. And I've still got to go through extensive lessons on all of that to have one of those phones or a pad that does everything. But that's where I think it's at. And I think people are sort of, it's almost as if that takes the place of probably even like our conversations, or it means that our conversation goes that much further into the ether.
Definitely. I mean, you say Facebook and Twitter, but also you have your own website, we're a website. It just means that young girls can access fashion so easily now and be a part of a fashion world.
And I think they want to be a part of the fashion world. They want to be a part of all those things that they can dip into and know that they're either a friend or that they're going onto a website.
It's being part of a community, being online. They can be a part of you, a part of what we're doing, and just a part of fashion in general, which is just perfect.
But it does mean, which is great, that if you come up with an idea, it can catapult around the world. You could be in India or you could be in China, and you can be part of that whole world with a touch of a button or a screen.
A screen, So you've had a very successful career that started in the 60s, and you've dressed one of my absolute fashion icons, Carrie Bradshaw, aka Sarah Jessica Parker, wore Zandra Rhodes in an episode of
yes, wonderful.
So for me, she is my everything. But in your career, who's been a muse for you?
Well, funnily enough, Angelica Houston wrote only last week in the Wall Street Journal, second line in, that she was Zandra Rhodes and Halston's muse. And my very first poster that I ever did was with Angelica Houston using the wonderful makeup artist Barbara Daly and working with Barry Latigan. So that was the very start poster that I ever did, and it was to celebrate my first show in London in 1972.
Name another one for us.
Well, I worked with an amazing girl called Chalita Secunda, who was, and when I worked with her, I made clothes for Mark Bolan. And then I did, independently, I did outfits for Freddie Mercury.
Big Queen fan.
And in fact, Brian came round only the other week and I made another outfit for him. But, so I've been very lucky doing some of those things in part of my career.
Also royalty, you've designed for Princess Diana.
Made clothes for Princess Diana, yes.
Who's on your list that you'd like to design for?
I'd actually like to do dresses for Kate. I think mine aren't quite classic enough for her, but she might get round to me.
She will. I mean, you were at the forefront of fashion in the 70s, and I read that Fashion World said you were too daring, it was things that couldn't go ahead, and now you've got people like Lady Gaga, Nicki Minaj, who are so out there and so wacky.
I know, I keep wondering whether they're going to come round to some of my stuff.
I think they need to be in the Zandra Rhodes, definitely.
Very nice, very nice.
Okay, so now laid out in front of us, we do have your jewellery, which is why you're at Pure London. Can you talk us through some of your favourite pieces? Because it's a mix of new and also key pieces, isn't it? It's not just all new designs.
There's key image pieces like for one of your more classic people. There's a House of Zandra Rhodes signature, sort of like it was based on a wonderful stamp that I did. Then of course you've got the classic Zandra Rhodes head with the flowing hair and the one eye and the wiggles, and this is particularly as a brooch, but we also do it as a hanging pendant. But of course, these small beads are my favourite.
Tiny.
And I mean, they just feel so great when I'm in them. And these are them in black and gold, but we do them in black and silver. And then they've also, on one of the beads in the middle, that's my secret, just in case it doesn't look enough like me. They have that too, yes.
Got lots of pinks as well.
More
I really like
more.
the pink. More is
Yes.
more, yeah. Is that your motto?
Yes. There's the pink butterfly. And you know, there's so many different ways now that you could, if you're really thinking, going to all sorts of different things. You can try a whole lot of quite interesting things with these. And they'd still be a reasonable price to do that. This is
my favourite one, I have to say.
The abstract lips.
Have you got any advice or tips for anyone that's trying to get into the fashion world now? What could you tell our viewers?
Never give up, even when people are trying to crush you. Just really, like this, do your blog and they won't be able to hide it, and it will get out to the world. And good luck to you.
Oh my God, Zandra, that's been absolutely amazing. You heard it from her yourself. Don't give up. Thank you so much for talking to us, Zandra Rhodes.
Great pleasure, thank you.